You are learning how to master money, not be a slave to it. And in the beginning, any small victory is what you feel like you need to keep pressing forward. And some of you, unfortunately, want to do that prematurely with trades. I just need that little affirmation, that little nudge. This is going to work for me. I know he said don't push a button. I know he said don't trade, but I have to. Michael, if you could just feel what it feels like to be inside this skin of mine. I got to wake up every day and do this dumb shit and make no money. I'm in a country that doesn't make any fucking money, and I'm in an impoverished nation. I didn't have a father. I didn't have a mother. You know, I can't get a job with my college degree. I dropped out of college. I couldn't afford it. My mom and dad don't do this for me. Look, listen. All that stuff may be true. I had everything stacked against me. Everything. I had no pedigree that had money before me. I had no advantages where people could help me get into certain things, fall into certain, perfect scenarios for jobs. I didn't have any of those advantages. I didn't have this, where somebody's whipping my ass into shape when I'm doing stupid shit. Get me back on the rails. Keep me focused. Let me tell you something. My feelings would not have been fucking hurt because this is exactly how my grandfather talked to me. And I miss it. I wish I could hear that Navy man whip my ass and get your head in the fucking game. Focus on this. What are you looking at that shit for? This is what you're supposed to be focusing on right now. Yes, sir. I didn't have that when he passed away. He didn't see me do this. You have someone in me that proves that we can do this consistently. I'm teaching you how to do it. I'm giving you a mindset, a way of thinking about it, how to conquer your demons, wrestle with them, pin them, beat their fucking ass. But you have to show up and do everything I tell you to do. And everything I tell you not to do, you need to keep it away.
Yo, yo, yo. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday, chat. How's everybody doing? Like the stream on your way in, boys and girls. Say hello. Let me see who we all got in here. What's up, Sam Sor, Francesco, Van Chan, MJ, Price Action Mastermind, Suhail, Nika, good morning. Good to see you. Simple Life, good morning. 5 contracts on 50K account, 50 micros. Yes, 5 minis is 50 micros. What's up, 121, Stunna. PEJW, Storm Scout, good to see you, man. What's up, Simple Life? Naughty, Kookie, Maida, good morning. Ella, good morning. Jacob, Mad Buyer, Alex, Zachariah, Carlos, Lester, Jordan, good morning. BB Boss, Chev, Get Smoked, Darren, what's up, man? Sonae, good morning. Trader J Mark, good morning. Good morning, guys. Market just opened up here, so boys and girls, we might as well hop into these charts right away, I suppose, huh? Let me know how your guys' weekend was. Hope it was good. Happy belated Memorial Day for those in the U.S. What's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. All right. So first and foremost, taking a look at the economic calendar, we have some orange folder news today. Coming off of the bank holiday and a short day yesterday, we have FOMC meeting minutes tomorrow, prelim GDP on Thursday, and unemployment. Okay, so no red folder news today. We have this FOMC member speaking tonight, so don't got to worry about that. And looking at top-down analysis, so you guys knew kind of what I was looking for going into this week, right? Oh, there we go. So last week's candle formed like this, forming a BPR, weekly fair value gap here. On the NASDAQ. So this really is kind of my, this is what I hope to see play out. I mean, obviously I don't know if this will happen perfectly like this, but I would prefer to see price dig down below previous weekly low into the weekly fair value gap, weekly BPR, to then look for continuation higher would be the most ideal scenario, in my opinion. So I would prefer to be bearish at the beginning part of this week, and then maybe flip to be bullish in the later part of the week. We'll see how it all plays out, but that is my hope. That's what I'm hoping to see. I still have last week's new week opening gap on my chart, as it might be useful to reference. Sorry, let me zoom in here. It's kind of small. But you can see so far this week, so overnight, we dig down into this 4-hour fair value gap. We make another drive higher here in London session into the previous new week opening gap again. Take out this high internally here. And as of this moment, price is selling off kind of aggressively here at the open. One standard deviations of the Asia range high. Asia range lows are still intact, haven't been traded into yet. So I'm going to go mark out Asia lows. An hourly candle flip from bullish to bearish here. 15-minute. Change in the state of delivery. 5-minute. SMT divergence at this high. And this is the opening range candle, or opening bell candle, I should say. See if we can get a 5-minute close below this low as well. But yeah, let me know your guys' bias in the poll. Like I said, feeling a little bit more bearish in the beginning part of this week. Want to see a drive or a draw towards previous weekly low and weekly fair value gap before being bullish officially for the week as far as bias goes. But let's see. 58% bullish today. Man, the chat has been bullish every day for like 2 weeks in a row. 58% bullish. A little sliver of you guys expect chop today, but we'll see. But we'll end that off. But just remember, guys, 58% of the chat bullish. What's up, Aurelio? TopStep doesn't have the TopStep X option for evals? Really? I'm not sure. I am not too sure as to why. Let's go ahead and let me double this up here. Oh, come on. See a daily candle flipping here. Look at this thing just selling straight off here. Market opened up. We make one candle higher order block into this bearish fair value gap, and we are selling. Maybe we can play first presented fair value gap with this drive lower if we're just going to dump. We got first presented fair value gap here. 934 candle. Looks like it's going to be forming here in about 8 seconds. I'm gonna try this out. I'm gonna go for Wrong one. There we go. I'm going to go for... Turn those off. I'm going to go over the sell off of first presented fair value gap towards Asia lows. Let's see if we can get picked up on this. Stop loss placement for me. I went above, kind of eyeballed about 50% of this order block. Putting my stop there. In there like swimwear 7 minutes into the open. I know. What the fuck? What the fuck? An order block. So an order block would be a candle that prints in the opposite direction of where price is headed towards, right? So the opposite direction of the draw and liquidity. Some people refer to them as institutional candles. So when you see like this candle here would be a good example of, in my opinion, an order block. What it accomplishes here is we get a drive higher into an imbalance. So this candle does accomplish something. We rebalance, we mitigate this fair value gap, and then it leads to a drive lower, a new low, right? Or vice versa if you're bullish, right? So the idea would be that this would be then used as resistance in this case because we're looking for shorts. But order block, institutional candle, there's different terms for it, I suppose, but basically a candle that prints and closes in the opposite direction. And then you're looking to use it as support or resistance. Is the most simple, basic answer. The smart money concepts answer behind that is that market makers, big banks, institutions, etc. Basically, they use this as a manipulation to fill their orders, right? So like a buy to sell candle, some people would explain it as, or a sell to buy candle. So then the idea there was that they buy this market up to get this price, get in shorts, but then they got to remitigate those longs. So they bring price back to generally the opening price or sometimes a little bit more, fill their orders, get out of their longs, and add to their shorts. So that is the logic behind it. But bullish SMT, to me, the draw is lower for now. I like Asia lows as kind of a short-term target. And yeah, just going off order flow here at the open. Everything is bearish. See if we can get this to continue or not. Just got picked up. Let's see if we get any respect off first presented fair value gap. Didn't necessarily anticipate being in a trade 10 minutes into the open, but here we are. We're here now, so. Come on. Why? This did not copy trade for me. Truthfully, I don't know how to add my position to the other accounts now. Unless I switch accounts quick, but I'm not going to fuck around and do that. So this is not copy traded to my other Tradeify accounts. This is just on my main leader account. That's unfortunate. My Replicanto is giving me yellow dots. So, not sure what I did wrong here. Whatever. I guess that's how we're going to roll with it today. I did. I got the ears lowered. Got in a fight with the lawnmower and the lawnmower won. Just kind of hovering here at the entry. We're holding first presented fair value gap though for now. Disconnect and reconnect. Well. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, I got everything right. Mini contract, got the right leader account. Dang. Of course, it doesn't copy trade on the on a trade that's going in my favor. Oh, I spoke too soon. As soon as I said that, it fucking God candled straight back up. Yeah, if it ends up being a loser, that'll be a godsend, but I think I would have to I'd have to jump over to a different account, use it as the leader, copy onto the other one. I'm just not gonna do that right now. We'll let it play out as it is. Play it as it lies. Back at first presented for value gap now. Nice reaction immediately up to the downside off of it. Let's see. Apex accounts. I mean, I haven't traded on them since last week, obviously. First day back for the week, but yeah, 3 of them are up $1,000. Other ones I haven't touched. Probably gonna load up on some more here with the 90% sale. Yeah, first trade of the week. Took it pretty early this morning, 10 minutes into the open. Stop above 50% of this OB here. Really 9:30 open, and this order block is the last line of defense here on this trade. Your bias is not correct, Tyler. Thanks. Looks like I'll lose money then today, won't I? Right? Is that kind of how that goes usually? Pretty sure that's how that goes. Bro. Yeah, Billy, I don't think there's a way to do it. I think you have to use the long and short tools. Well, let's see. Might get stopped here. 9:30 open, last line in the, or last line in the sand here. Didn't copy trade, just on one. I'll have to close and reconnect my connections here. I'll wait till this trade's over though. Yeah, you can just right click on the chart and place an order. I think he's asking about bracket orders though. Unless I misread that. SL filled. Really? What's going on here now? Now I'm in? What is going on? How does that happen? Did you guys see that? It stopped me out on my leader account and then it filled like a buy stop on my other accounts. What? Disconnect. What's going on? Oh, Replicanto. Why? Why, Replicanto? Alright, hopefully I fixed it. What the fuck? You know what I think I did, though? What I think I did wrong is when I set the limit order on the leader account on TradingView, on NinjaTrader, I did not have it set to the mini contract yet. I had it set on micros, so maybe that was my problem. Yeah, it can be a little finicky with that if you're on the wrong contract. Anyway, stopped out there, boys and girls. Stopped out there. No continuation off first presented fair value gap for low or Asia low still intact. Back into this gap here at a little pre-market gap, 9:27 a.m. Yeah, shoot. I'm gonna stick with the bearish bias though. Back in OT of this leg. Nice initial reaction, but no follow through for any new lows. Shucks. It's the Jew's fault, not mine. Let's rage bait some bitches today. No, I'm just kidding. JK LOL. Why do I put a limit order than seeing price react off the FEG? I mean, the best entry that you're going to get for any trade is when price is moving against you. So I prefer to enter when price is moving against me into a fair value gap that I expect to hold or an order block, etc. So that is the reason. But if you like waiting for everything to hold before you enter, go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Just because you wait to see the reaction off of a level doesn't mean you can't lose either. Like if you waited for this reaction off of this gap, does this not also constitute jumping in the trade? Do you still lose? Yes. So what's the difference? You see what I'm saying? Stop gambling? No. Nope. I'm gonna keep gambling. Hit me. Dealer showing a bus card. You got 18. I don't give a fuck. Hit me. Give me another one. Give me another one. Yes, sir. I don't know what you guys are complaining about. I'm green on 2 of these accounts. Oh yeah, you wish. You wish you could be as good as me, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works. When you're on a 3-week win streak, you're goated. W's in the chat. When you take a couple L's, you're a gambler. You guys want to see gambling? I'll show you gambling. Not financial advice. Learn from me. I do sometimes trade PM session, T-Boy. Just kind of depends how the AM session goes and what my day looks like. But all right, I should be all connected though this time for any future trades here. I still like Asia lows. I'm gonna stick with the bearish bias. I don't give a fuck what any of y'all say. I'll die with this ship for now. For now. Unless I missed something. Yeah, ES didn't take it out. Okay. Hourly candle closure here in like 6 minutes. Candle flipping all the way back. We'll see if it ends up closing bullish or not. Long wick on this hourly candle. That wick can be a dick. What can I say? What can I say about those wicks? You know? Hey, thanks, mind over matter. Glad you like it. Yeah, we are OT of the leg, yeah. Sniper signals. That's not good sniper signals. You shouldn't give signals. What about the rules, the plan? What about them, BB boss? All that stuff is just trading nonsense. Don't listen to any of that. You don't need to have a plan. You don't need to have risk management. Just gamble. Trust me. Just guess. The fuck are you talking about? Plan. This guy's in the chat talking about having a plan. You think I ever took a payout because I followed a plan? Get the fuck out of here. What a joke. Biggest scam in the trading industry is they tell you need to have a plan. You have a plan, they say. Oh yeah, sounds real smart, don't it, pal? Yeah, okay. Have a plan. This is what you guys, when you guys say shit like that, this is what you sound like. This is you guys. Hang on. This is what it sounds like.
You wake up when the alarm goes off. You go to your job. Sorry. Hi, boss.
Hi, boss. No, I'm kidding. In all seriousness, yes, you gotta have a plan. I'm fucking just being facetious. Relax, chat. I'm just busting your balls. Give me a break. Come on. Have a sense of humor. Right? The CFD levels, because you're not trading the actual you're not trading the actual centralized market when you're trading CFDs, Vovo. You're trading an overlay that the broker, the liquidity provider, is making. So it's an overlay over top of the actual market price, and obviously they control their own spreads. So you're not actually trading the market. Most of those brokers are B-book, so you don't end up even trading the actual market anyway. It's actually the opposite. Those brokers generally are trading against your orders most of the time. But if you end up getting A-booked, then they reroute your order from their books into the actual market exchange. But it's very rare, if I'm being honest. And if you trade futures, so you're trading the actual NASDAQ contracts, everybody is seeing the exact same price. To the tick, right? There's no difference in price versus with a CFD, you're trading the individual liquidity provider that your broker is using. And they control the spreads, they can manipulate price. Because they can see, like, granted, they don't control the price, right? They don't control the market fully, right? But they can see where people's stop losses are, obviously, on their platform. And let's say price is like really close to a level, they can add, they can increase the spreads to stop people out. That can happen, and that actually has been proven. You know what's crazy? I can't believe that my what was the forex prop firm? My Fund of not My Fund of Futures. My Fund of Forex. Was that My Fund of Forex? But yeah, they got actually like caught for doing that. But they actually like beat the case against it recently, so that was pretty interesting. My Forex funds, that was it. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Yeah, my Forex funds, they beat the case somehow. I don't know how they did that. Like, there was so much incriminating evidence. I don't know how that happened, to be honest. So we came down and took out just the London low here on the NASDAQ. Perhaps you could make the argument that I missed that detail. I wasn't even looking at London low. Can't say for certain that it would have changed my mind at all, but neither here nor there. So London low taken, back up here towards these highs. New week opening gap low from last week. About to roll over into 10 a.m. So we're going to have a new 4-hour candle. I'm going to change this. Got London highs up here. Well, thanks for nothing, SMT. As it's SMTing again. Yeah, ES looks a little weaker. God, I haven't traded ES in a long time. I haven't traded ES in a long time. In a dog's age. Only beat it over a technicality, lack of jurisdiction, because they were Canadian based. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't look too much into it, but I just was like, I know when they went down, I'm like, I mean, I was happy about it, to be honest, just because anybody that came from the Forex side, I don't know how many of you guys like traded Forex. So it sounds like some of you guys still trade Forex like CFDs. And if anybody traded CFDs for a while, I mean, you obviously kind of got to experience a little bit of the, oops, shoot. You kind of got to experience probably some of that manipulation firsthand. And it's just annoying. So like when that all kind of happened, it was, I don't know, I was happy about it. But I also, whenever any practice is doing something shady, I like to see the world burn around them. That's just kind of how I am. Just let me see the world burn. Right? What's up, Stunna? My weekend was good. My weekend was good. Got some golf in. Took a few more mulligans than I would have anticipated, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. And, you know, spend some time with some family yesterday, so it was good. Can't complain. How was yours? Dude. Well, the thing is, we only ended up well, I took a lot of mulligans. So after, and I'm not gonna lie, we were having some cold snacks on the golf course. And I don't know about you guys, if I get to like beer number 2 while golfing, just I might as well just stop golfing. I just start sucking. My fundamentals go out the window. I'm not even trying anymore. I'm just like sitting here, you know, catching a vibe on the golf course and slicing balls into the opposite, like the fairway next door. I don't know what it is. Like some people, they have a couple beers on the golf course and then they start playing better. I can't, I just don't, it doesn't work for me. I have like half of a beer and I just start losing my shit. Like golf-wise, I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm drunk. I'm just saying like my mechanics just get worse. And I just start slicing balls. I start just, you know, playing like a absolute, like I got the tism. My tism starts coming out. Is basically what I'm saying. So now you know, if anybody ever here challenges me to a round of golf and we're betting something, just, you know what I mean, just like give me a couple beers. You're gonna probably beat me then. But no, it's actually only my second year golfing. A couple beers and I start sucking. Yeah, there. Cool with that one. Pause. Oh man. Yeah. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Memorial Day weekend. You're not, you know, summer's here. What are you gonna do? You're not gonna have a couple cold ones? That just, what are we, not American? Come on. But golf's fun. I just started golfing last year, believe it or not. So I'd like to think that we still got a ways to go for improvement. My best score is like a 96. I broke 100 last summer, right at the end of the summer. And I haven't golfed nearly as much as I wanted to yet so far this year, but we'll get there. You know, we can drive it. We can get good approach shots, and then I just you know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to 3-putt it. Sometimes you just got to hit that old 3-putt. Happy learned how to putt. Uh-oh. Well, boys, looks like we're headed here for the London Highs, potentially. We do have ES holding this 5-minute gap in here. We are much weaker. Obviously, we got an SMT divergence at the moment. Oops. From here to here, we'll see if it holds. So that'd be the only thing that would prevent this London high being taken, I'd say. See if we can get there, though. We're just rolled over into the new 4-hour candle. We're 7 minutes in. So macro has come and gone. But yeah, essentially, if you're looking for explanation for the L that I took, obviously went short after London low was taken here. So Pretty fucking simple. Trying to get those Asia lows. Trying to get those Asia lows. Market said, not yet. No, sir. Sorry. Them Asians are off limits for now. We got to stop Asian stop losses. So that's what they said. That is what they said. For London and Asia, 8 p.m. to midnight for Asia, and then London 2 a.m. to 5, I think. Yeah, 2 a.m. to 5 New York time. Yeah, we do have SMT at this high here with the ES, but where did my... Oh. Here's how our 4-hour candle looks. Let's turn this back to the daily. Yeah, shoot. So interesting, too. Part of that short, we had already taken out the previous daily high with this power of 3 daily candle. And then, yeah, I just wanted to see continuation through to the daily low, so shit. Left it intact. Asia low is the daily low. Previous daily low. $195 was all I needed. $195. Oh, nice. I just would have had to have bottom ticked it. Dude, you're so right. Dude, you're so right. 192.75 is actually all that I needed here. That's crazy. Huh. Should have known that. Well, yeah, this was totally wrong, though, for me. Oh, look at that. Sounds good, PEJW. I saw it the first time you said it, but I appreciate you saying it again. Oops. That's better. What's up, Allie? What do I think about the 10 a.m. power of 3? Just in general, Abel, or are you talking about today? In general, I like it. I feel like most of my trades generally are around the 10-hour power of 3. Just coincidentally. Yeah, exactly, Jacob. Exactly, Jacob. Jacob, if it would have hit the middle of the gap, then whatever consequent encroachment of the gap would have been all that I needed to, so. London high taken, boys and girls. Ripped straight up here. So I was clearly offside with the short buys there. So no fading the chat worked for me today. Chat was 58% bullish at the beginning of stream, if you guys remember. So chat got it today. Chat got it. I mean, granted, chat was lopsidedly bullish all week last week, and we ended up with a bearish close. So I guess it's good that they chat gets the get it right once a week at least. But if you keep the same bias long enough, eventually you'll be right. So I guess there's that. Any trade? Yeah, Ali, I did take a trade. I went short for Asia lows off first presented for value gap. Decent reaction. I didn't pay attention too much. I guess I didn't realize that we had taken out London low. So maybe if I would have seen that ahead of time, maybe I wouldn't have taken it. I can't say for sure though. I was pretty set. We had SMT at the highs here off this previous new week opening gap. I wanted to see the weekly candle dig into the weekly fair value gap in BPR anyway. That was just my preference a little bit. After previous weekly candle took out the previous weekly high, and then we got this imbalance in BPR down in here. So like that's what I'm wanting to see traded into. But no cigar for me. Yep, I was totally offside with the short there. Totally offside. We need a Memorial Day for my accounts pretty soon. Yeah, I'm not gonna cut it to. I'm not gonna give it to you guys flaccid. We're gonna give it to you hard. And the reality is, I'm performing well. I'm performing pretty piss poor on these Tradeify accounts since I've started them. I'm not gonna lie. Well, also getting left behind a lot. That don't help. Apex counts are fine. I'm up 1K on 3 of them. The other ones I haven't traded yet. And yeah, also haven't touched my XFAs. I mean, I touched them, what was that, Friday? I don't remember. What was that, Thursday? And then just took a break-even trade on them. So yeah, I haven't touched the 5 XFAs very much at all, really, in the last couple of weeks. And then, yeah, otherwise I feel like I've just been getting either left behind or pretty much like if a trade gets picked up, it's a loss. So it's only been a couple of them, but yeah, it hasn't been a good May for me. Hasn't been a good May for me, unless we can turn it around here at the end of the month here. Last week, go on a little bit of a heater to close out the month of May would be obviously so nice. But if not, we'll just live to trade another month, boys. I did, mind your own color, I did take a trade. I took a L. Luckily for me, though, it didn't copy trade. It was my. It was. I realized afterward what I had done wrong, why I didn't copy trade. But yeah, just took it on one account. Off of first presented fair value gap, going for Asia lows. No cigar. Stopped out here at 50% of this OB. So, yeah. Tyler, for first presented for value gap, if there are two, would you mark out the 930? If there there can only be one cheesecake 09. So it's the first gap that forms in regular trading hours. So if you want to just do it that way, it's probably the most simple. Because sometimes, yeah, there is a gap on the 930 candle, but it actually has to be 931 or after. So in this case, it is the 9:34 a.m. candle. So that's first presented fair value gap for AM session, and then the first presented fair value gap for PM session is after 1:30 as well. It's with Apex. Prometheum. It's with Apex, yes. Yes, only till Wednesday is the was the Memorial Day sale, by the way. No trade for Darren. Was looking to trade lower. Saw no reason to enter after we took London low. Yeah, I totally missed the London low part. I kind of feel like a dingling for not marking out the London low a little bit. Obviously, hindsight's 2020 though, so. What can I say? Long weekend, just fucking itching to get right back into it. Just itching to get back into pressing buttons. What can we say? So anyway, well, now it's just a wait. It's just a wait game for me. Obviously, I wasn't bullish. If you guys were bullish and you caught longs from the low down here all the way up to London high, you're probably done for the day. I would be probably if that was the trade I caught. But yeah, now it's just waiting for me, honestly. Wait, do nothing. Obviously, I'm not gonna hop in longs up here above this high. Ideally not, at least. And then even if I'm looking to get long, you know, I need to see wherever this high gets put in at. Preferably a retracement, at least down into this breaker. Bullish unicorn here now on the 5, so. Yeah, would need to see that if I'm going to get long. Previous weekly high is 562. I don't know, chat. You let me know what you guys think. I'm personally not anticipating previous weekly high to be traded to today. But I don't want to say it's impossible. Wednesday. What we got? Nice. NVIDIA earnings tomorrow, so that'll be important to look out for, boys and girls. Tomorrow could end up being a little bit... tomorrow could end up being a little bit iffy. We got FOMC meeting minutes tomorrow. And then we got NVIDIA earnings after hours. I don't know. May might just be cooked for me at this point. Just 10 days of trading Islam. Yeah, you don't need 10 winning days to qualify. Yeah, no. Just consistency and profit target. Profit target hit, and then meet the 20% consistency rule, and then after 10 days of trading, you can take a payout. Think this week will fly? Well, listen, that was my bias too, but I wanted to see previous weekly low taken first. You know, it would be... It's just hard for me to, like... We're just going to leave this all open. I don't know. That don't sit right with me. Doesn't sit really right with me. ES, you could make the argument that we didn't, you know, necessarily leave a fair value gap. We do have this volume imbalance, though, from a previous new week opening gap. But boy, would it be a little bit of a head scratcher if NQ just left this all open here for me. But we'll see what happens here. We got 10:30 incoming here in like 6 minutes. See what the half point of the hour brings. But yeah, I mean, as price just hangs up here, you're right, and we're not getting like a run on London and then just like an immediate, like we're not getting a whole lot of sensitivity off of London high taken so far. So depending on how some of these higher time frame candles begin to close, it'd be hard to, like, you know, for me at least, it'd be hard for me to want to cling to the bearish bias because we're showing that price is willing to trade above and stay above these highs, close, and then most likely probably continue. But I mean, there's really nothing for me to do in here at the moment. So ICT longed the inversion of first presented for value gap. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. Want to go back golf and drink some cold ones? Sure. Yeah, might as well. What do I predict for gold? I don't know. I don't trade gold. I don't trade gold. But I would say just kind of overall macro picture. If indices do keep climbing, I would expect gold to sell off a little bit. But it's obviously an if right now. You know, the classic saying, we're just such an interesting, like, you wonder if seasonal tendencies are going to apply very much this year or not, just because of all the stuff going on geopolitically But generally kind of the saying, whether it be the stock market or whether it be, you know, crypto especially, like sell in May and walk away is kind of the, you know, the notion generally. And then don't check your portfolios again until like November. So we'll see if we get that. But I mean, as of right now, things have just been rebounding like crazy since the tariffs went into play in April, and then we just had that huge crash. We've just been rallying. I mean, this monthly candle will close here, obviously at the end of the week. So, like, we had this weekly imbalance that was left on the March candle. I mean, just literally no resistance at all in this gap. I mean, we just right through it, no resistance at all. $50-minute candle close, 30-minute candle close in 2 minutes. Could maybe get like if anything, could get like a short to long. Because obviously if I am looking to get long on this market, I need to see a pullback anyway. So I don't know where this high will get put in. Preferably the high would get put in maybe like up here towards the high of the new week opening gap, previous new week opening gap. So that would put discount of the range right here at this breaker, this gap. Something like that would make sense to me. And then see if we set something up to maybe short this into or toward discount of the range. So just kind of thinking out loud here, but yeah, shucks. She just YOLO'd in. Who are you talking about? She just YOLO'd in on macro. Who's she? Oh, Tanya. Tanya caught along 2R. Nice. Go Tanya. Yeah, I don't trade US 30 either. I used to look at it for correlation, but I don't even do that anymore. I don't even do that. It's usually in its own universe, so. My May has been shit. But it's been been this close to being extremely amazing at the same time, because I mean, you guys have seen a lot of the trades like I've been left behind on by, whether it be a couple of points, a couple of ticks, getting left behind. So, and then I end up getting left behind on like some crazy, you know, beautiful 100+ point trade. So that has happened to me a handful of times in May. Probably feel like a lot of my other trades were a decent amount of break evens. I've had a lot of break even trades this month. And then one loss at the end of well, we got 2 Fridays ago, nice little win to end the week. So that was probably, like, sadly enough, my best trade of the month. Recently, other than like NFP week. NFP week was all right. And then yeah, last Friday took a loss at the end of the week, and then 1L today trying to short to Asia lows. Totally offside there. So yeah, hasn't been a great month for me. I mean, kind of the sentiment in the trading space, I feel like a lot of people have kind of had some wishy-washy month so far. But you know, I don't know. Like last week there was a lot of, I mean, look at last week's candle, last week's range. You know, you would think by looking at the previous weekly candle that we took out the week before's high and then we sold off, so you would think that'd be an easy read, but this actually didn't happen until like Thursday night. And then we just sold off we sold off aggressively going into like the overnight session into Friday morning. So yeah, even those setups didn't set up the way that you would have wanted to see it set up for New York AM session trading. If you traded maybe London or something, a little bit cleaner markets, but so. But yeah, let me know how May's been for you guys. Is anybody just fucking loving May? There's always two sides to every story. Where one trader is like maybe not having the best month, there's gonna be another trader that's like, for whatever reason, everything's just clicking and going well, and vice versa. Yeah, it was kind of flip for me in March and April. March, I feel like I saw a lot of people complaining, like in my chat at least, about their trading, and I was like, man, I feel like the month of May and I feel like the months of March and April were amazing. You know, just like aside from the like limit down days we got in April, where you're kind of like sidelined from the volatility, but outside of those days, I felt like it was pretty damn good. Shitty. May's been rough. My first express funded. Traded 3 days out of 27 so far. Okay. Well, that's good. My May kind of felt like that, Pine Archive, just because I got left behind so much. But like overall, I would say my directional bias has been right most days. Today was clearly totally offside. Like I thought we were gonna keep selling lower. Maybe I was being like stubborn, hopeful, waiting for that to be the case. But yeah, today I was just totally wrong directionally. Was not wanting to see higher, and we absolutely ripped it after London low was taken. You know, unlike your wives and girlfriends, boys and girls, what you gotta just say sometimes is, honey, I was wrong. Honey, I was wrong. I got it wrong. It could go up or it could go down. I said down, it went up. Honey, please forgive me. I was wrong. You know? So I'll take that. If you get the direction right most of the time, you're going to be usually in a pretty decent position. But you're going to get it wrong sometimes. Last week, 2 wins, 2 loss. This month so far, 7 win, 13 loss, minimum 2R. It's funny because I learned a lot from you. Oh, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, Rita, but 2R. So yeah, so you're actually like floating in profit still from the sounds of that, right? Haven't been tagged in? Oh, okay. Yeah, I've just been trying to like not change my approach too much because of not getting picked up. I feel like sometimes the initial reaction after you get left behind a couple of times in a row, you start feeling like, fuck, dude, I gotta start like chasing trades or kind of like jumping in entries that you otherwise normally wouldn't. So I just try to stay consistent and not start cherry picking and doing something totally off base of what I normally do. Otherwise, I feel like that'll just be a slippery slope. All of a sudden, you're going to find yourself doing a lot of like FOMO entering and, you know, really hurting your risk reward and all those types of things. Oh, I'm focused. I couldn't be more focused, trust me. I am so focused. You would actually shit yourself if you knew how focused I was. Like, you would actually cream in your jeans. If you knew how focused I was, you would absolutely just start oozing. You tried so hard not to goon all month of May, and then here you are watching me focus, and you just couldn't help yourself. Joe Biden focus. Yeah, Rita, I use market orders sometimes. Just kind of depends. Usually for like inversions, I use market orders, or like if I'm just not quick enough to set something up, and you just have to get in where you can. It's not that I won't market order. But I definitely prefer limits if I can. We're still a little ways out from the macro, about 11 minutes. Put a vertical line here at 1050. We'll see if this 11 a.m. macro bring us to the promised land. Someone in the chat said counter trend was about to happen. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see. I kind of would like to see us get into the macro first, honestly. I feel like the stat maps probably aren't the most reliable tool on a day like today because we got candles blended together from Sunday and then the half day yesterday. So I feel like that throws off this daily open, high, low, close. Because you got the open, where is that open at? It's like all the way freaking, yeah, it's being based off of Sunday's open, yeah. So we're in Tuesday and we're looking at, yeah, statistical mapping from the Sunday open. So probably have to give this the day off. First time should be known as blessed. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You picked a bad first stream. One loss. Now we're just sitting here waiting with our dick in our hands. What do you do? Oh yeah, Rita, I agree. I agree fully. I'm more bullish bias right now, but I still need to see short to go long, even if I am going to go long. So I may very well just try to catch the short too long. But yeah, I mean, if anybody caught the longs this morning to London highs, etc., I would just be done for the day. There'd be no need to continue trying to force it. I do Cookie, yeah. I mean, why? Who doesn't? It's like a stress ball, but better. Yes, Ella. I'm afraid so. I already told you I was ready last week. Accidentally closed the trade? No, Pellin. Be honest. You closed it. You got scared and closed it. Don't lie. I have accidentally closed a trade before, though. So if that did happen, that does suck. All right, macro in 7 minutes. As of right now, unless this high changes, I mean, the idea for me is going to be something like this. I don't even think I would like try to maybe try to get discount of the range for sure. Protect the trade though as we trade down, towards this fair value gap in here, this breaker, and then the idea would be try to get out of the trade in here, and then see if we can get this continuation higher. But yeah, I will try to attempt the short here. I think we can maybe put in another high potentially. I'll have to change my discount of the range though, if so. Maybe this will do the total opposite. Maybe we'll get into the macro and all of a sudden we'll trade the new week opening gap high from previous week and then sell off too. We'll see. Should we short if give displacement? Oh man, that's up to you. My plan's gonna be to probably do so, yeah, depending on what we form here going into the macro in 5 minutes. And top of the hour. It's crazy though. I messed up my copy trader this morning. Turns out I should have just left those other two accounts run when they put me in the buy stops. The buy stops got triggered in here. Oh man. Why'd you guys tell me? Just let it run. Man. Would have caught 100 points on accident. Yeah, right. The day that happens, that's when market just tanks. Stop hunt tank. Did you take that trade? What trade are you talking about, Spider? I took a short earlier and didn't work out. I was more wrong than Joe Biden's doctor when he said that he was in perfect health at the end of his presidency. That's how wrong I was this morning on direction. Oh. Yeah, I jinxed it though. I said once we got these 2 candle closures lower off the first percent of the fair value gap and we're in profit, I was like, yeah, it looks good. And then literally within like 10 seconds, 1 green candle all the way back up. I'm like, oh, wait a second. Can do a 100-point plan trade. Yeah, I got a buddy who's sometimes in the chat, and I feel like my default setting on NASDAQ trades is 50 to 100 points. I don't know why. It's just like my sweet spot. After we get above 50, I can start partialing or closing out positions, but usually once I get to like 100 points or so, I'm pretty much like, I'm so content most of the time. So like 50 to 100 points is pretty much my sweet spot. Yeah, the only way I can catch much more than 100 points is if I just partial out most and leave like 1 contract as a runner. Short 400? Maybe. Well, I don't forget who said it. Somebody said, focus, the counter trend trade is coming. Back here. At 1036. So much for that. So much for that, huh? The power of 3 indicator, this is the pro. So this has like multiple candles. There is a free one though. If you don't want to pay for one, obviously. I do have the 2 degrees. They gave me access to their elite bundle, which has like has a bunch of them, but it has all these freaking indicators. I mainly just use the session stat mapping and open, high, low, close stat mapping on the daily. And then the power of 3. But yeah, there is a free version of the power of 3. Just shows 1 candle though. You fucker. I just passed my first ever funded account and blow it after almost getting a payout. So my psychology caused that. Do you have any advice? Huh. Well, Jin, I wanna salute you. Welcome you to the club. You're not gonna be totally psyched to hear this. But if you plan on trading props for a while, it might be your first, but it probably won't be your last. However, before I could give you an answer, I might need some more context. You said it's all based on psychology, which I would agree with, but I'm gonna need you to elaborate. Give me a little bit more information than that. What about the psychology? Here's the other thing too. Before you elaborate, you can elaborate while we stall here, but people always say, like, what's the advice that you have when it comes to like psychological stuff, right? In trading, how do you stop over trading? How do you stop revenge trading? How do you do this? It's like, do you guys realize there's literally nothing that I or anybody else can say that will prevent you from doing the psychological mistakes? Like, how do I get you to stop over trading? I can't do that, right? I can teach you what an order block is, what a fair value gap is, what SMT divergence is. I can teach you about macros. I can teach those things. But when it comes to like, how do I stop over trading? It's like, you just fucking stop over trading. How do I stop hurting my psychology with all these different things? listen, there's only a couple basic things that I could give that would maybe be helpful. Number one, and probably the almost default answer all the time, is size down. Like, just fucking size down. If you size down, you're probably going to be more often than not in a better psychological state than when you're risking like on the edge of maybe a little bit too much. Because when you're on the edge with maybe potentially a little bit too much risk, you're just that much more susceptible to be emotionally volatile. So sizing down is probably like a great default answer. But at the end of the day, regardless of whether you size down or not, like, there's nothing that I can say that's going to stop anybody from overtrading. If you're going to, you know what I mean? Like, you just don't do it. It's like how do you not cheat on your significant other? You just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? You just don't do it. How do you not do heroin? You just don't do it. How do you not murder people? You just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? How do you how do you eat less calories? You just don't eat as much food. You just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the truth. Like trust me, if there was a line that I could drop that would cure everybody of all their psychological mistakes, you guys realize I'd be so rich just by selling that advice. If that's all it took. All right? You just got to not do some of this stuff. And yeah, you got to, like Lane Trade said, you touch the stove enough times, you get burned, and it's like eventually you're like, well, either I learn or I'm just going to keep getting fucked. I mean, it's kind of what it comes down to, ain't it? A couple people must have liked that. Did you buy the add-on for trading on TradingView from NinjaTrader or Tradeovate? It is included, Martin. It is included for the most part. I mean, I do pay for live data. The add-on though for like Tradeovate is free. Yeah, if you go watch couple of my most recent videos, I actually have a video for the Tradeovate copy trader and also Replicanto with NinjaTrader. Go watch those, but I do show how to like connect it and all that. Because I just switched from Mac to PC, so I had to do the same thing. So now I'm trading on NinjaTrader using Replicanto. So yeah, it can be a little bit tedious first setting it up, but once you do it, then you have it, and you're gonna be set. But yeah, then you can just connect. Like I just log in. You guys, you can't see actually. How do I turn my? I'm gonna hide my camera here quick. But like you guys can see that I'm logged in on TradingView via NinjaTrader. And then basically what I'm doing is whatever my leader account is for Replicanto, I just log into that prop firm's credentials on TradingView via NinjaTrader. I think you could maybe do Tradeovate as well because it's still going to copy trade you connected your Tradeovate accounts to your Replicanto already. So I think it would work, but I just use NinjaTrader because why not? So then I'm trading. I can execute on the leader account. Obviously, I have to have NinjaTrader still running in the background and Replicanto, which I have on my other monitor up here. But yeah, then you can execute on TradingView and everything copies. So you can see my balance. This is the leader account of my current Tradeify account that I'm my leader account, and it's getting fucked. It's getting so fucked, bro. I'm not in profit on this account. I'm down almost $1,700. I haven't performed well on these Tradeify accounts. There's no denying it. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm killing it on them right now because I'm not. But we're gonna see if we can save it. We're gonna rectify this situation. We're gonna rectify it. Yeah, I got nothing to. I got no courses or mentorships to sell you, boys and girls. If the number of messages and DMs I get every day, like I got a couple more today. Like I wake up, oh, you got some message requests on Instagram. A guy going, hey, do you do one-on-one mentorship? I've been watching your streams for a while now and would love it if you would. And I'm like, no, dude, I just stream on YouTube for free. But yeah, I've tried to be pretty damn transparent. I mean, you guys have seen win streaks, losing streaks, break-even streaks, payouts, etc. I mean, shit. I don't know. I'm still not convinced about this displacement. We are finally starting to sell here. We got after this raid here, bearish order block, 1 minute change in the state. I don't know if anybody went short off of that kind of right at the beginning of the macro. Guess you could have, if that's all you were looking for, if that's your model. I kind of want to see some displacement first, though. Because keep in mind, the overall bias for me still is bullish. So to me, it's not the end of the world if I miss the move from here to here, because I can still play the move from here to new highs. All right. Trading into this 15-minute gap potentially as well. All right, so yes, 15-minute BISI below these lows here. My thought process here is that, again, short towards discount of the range, this breaker. We'll see if we can, I'm going to see if I can snag an entry, though. We got a little bit of time left here on this candle. See if I can get picked up on this 2-minute gap for short. All right, just got tagged in. Stops at the high. Going for just about a 1 to 2R here. Just under a 1 to 2R. We'll see. Last trade of the morning for me if it fails, obviously. Otherwise, I'll be looking for short to then maybe go long after we trade down into here. But if I am wrong, then I'll probably just call it a morning. 2 L's, if that's the case. New hourly candle here, 11 a.m. Turn this to the hourly. See the candle form. So obviously the idea would be new hourly wick. Hourly candle opened up here. So just trying to get position in that wick. Where is that? What's going on in here? Oh, what's going on? why you no work? Bro, why you no show me the candlesticks? 4-hour works. Why is the 1 hour not work? User defined error? What the fuck? Oh, I see. I'm on the 1 hour chart. Ah, I see, I see. Technology. Now it's still not working. Are you fucking high? Alrighty. Apparently so much for that. Make me do this the hard way. Hell yeah. Is that a soccer player as your profile picture? Nice. Yeah, there was another one too. Tadios. I don't know if they're necessarily shitting. But that's the thing though, is whether even if I went long here, people would say I'm cooked the other way too. Tyler, you're cooked. We got to rebalance. Uh-oh. I'm back in profit, guys. I'm back at profit. Hurry, should I close? I was cooked before, right? Should I close this trade? I don't want to be cooked. First day trading, live account. Shouldn't be a losing day. Oh, no. Don't copy trade. What are you doing? Attaboy, new in effect. Oh, yeah. I do not ecom fit. No. London High's already been taken, Darren. London Low and London High have been taken now. Yeah, really all the logic is, boys and girls, I'm bullish overall, but I'm looking for a short to go long. This is really pretty much it. Because I'm not going to get long up here. I'm going to get long down here if I'm going to do it. Off this breaker. In here. That's pretty much it. I'm curious why you traded after a big AM move. To see if we can win back the loss, I guess. And I didn't catch this move, so that's why. If I would have caught this move, then yeah, I would be done. Oh yes, Abel. I've tried many of strategies. Many strategies. Support resistance, trend lines, EMAs, Bollinger Bands, supply and demand, harmonic patterns, Elliott Wave, Wyckoff, I mean. Pivots. If you name it, I've tried it. Most likely. Why do you think I did nothing but lose money for like my first 2 to 3 years? Now instead of losing money all the time, I lose money only about half the time. How do I set a TP? You just do the opposite of whatever your order is. So if you're in a short, you set a buy. If you're in a long, you set a short. Well, macro is come and gone. We got this sell-off in the macro. Macro just ended here a couple minutes ago. Retested this order block. We got a little BPR here on the 1 minute. Just traded into that. Entry came off the 2 minute. You fucker. Abdu. I think that actually might be me, yes. Usually the summer months outside of like the holidays, intellectuals corner, like August is generally slow. I don't know if it will be this year or not. We'll find out when we get there. Me either, King the God. I'm not a prophet either. There you go. I just cut it. Why? My stop loss will do that for me. Won't it? I'm pretty sure my stop loss will cut it for me. Why you baddish? Aw, thanks, Lucas. It's not that brave. I just got to win a trade so I can sell my course. I'll win one eventually. I'll win one eventually, and then that course is dropping on your head. We're dropping it. But yeah, I don't know. We're just holding, sitting in drawdown. Kind of wanted to see the move play out in the macro. Didn't get it. Blowing out the candles works, Diego. I've tried that, actually. It's never worked for me. But you sound like my uncle. He used to tell me the same thing. Oh, Darren, you're talking about ES London High. I see. Well, it might be 2 L's for me today. Might be 2 L's for ya boy. I'm not bearish. I'm bullish. Wait. I thought I was in a long. Is this a short? Oh, no. I thought this was a long. No, no. That's not good. I'm trolling. No, I am bullish, though. This was a counter trend trade, though, to rebalance before looking to get long. Oh, no. We suck again. Oh, no. Yeah, well, we'll see. Not looking great. Not looking great. We'll let the stop do its job, though. Likely going to be 0-2 on the day for me. The confluences. Yeah, the confluences were... Obviously, we already traded above London High on NQ. I am bullish, right? So I'm viewing price being in a deep premium of the range. So I want to see rebalance, and I want to get long, like in this 15-minute gap that we haven't traded back into. I do see that we wicked into like the volume imbalance here on the 15, but I want to see price trade into this 15-minute gap and into this breaker on the 5-minute, and then look for longs, continuations for higher. So that's kind of where the thought process, the framework kind of comes from. And then from there, drop down to lower time frames, and then we get this raid of liquidity here right before the macro. And then in the macro is when I took my entry inside of this 2-minute fair value gap. Just expecting price to rebalance here, short to then go long, or look for longs, I should say. It was the framework. Oh, maybe. That's why you don't cut it early. You never know. You never know, chat. Might just be a tease. Let's see. And then I don't know if we had any SMT. I don't think we did. That'd be kind of be a little bonus. Oops. Yeah, I don't think we had any SMTs. Yeah, really the framework's just premium discount. No, you should yeah. I appreciate it. Big Head Reef. Everybody loves the banter. I don't know, Billy. Maybe. I do have some Apex accounts to give away, but I'm assuming you guys let me know. I'm assuming you guys would prefer I give those away not during a 90% sale, right? Like that would probably be the most helpful. You entered off just a fair value gap fill and no reaction? That is correct. Yeah, I don't wait for reactions from fair value gaps to take trades. That is correct. Oh, fuck, boys. SL incoming. SL filled. Here's the P&L for the day. Tradeify accounts getting absolutely fact. Tradeify accounts getting absolutely fact. What? One day. One day we'll salvage this. Oh, missed one. You whore. There we go. Yeah, boys. 0-2 for me today. Totally offside. Both times going short. Totally offside. I haven't been this directionally offside since I came out of my mother backwards. Yeah. I've been pretty good with directional bias lately, but today was totally fact. Looking like Joe Biden out here.
Back where you fucking started, Wagey. Someone has to fucking flip the burgers, dumbass.
That's me. I'm going to be flipping the burgers if you guys need me the rest of the day. Come by your local Mickey D's. We'll whip you up some golden fries, creamy shakes, and some greasy burgers. If anyone's looking to clog their arteries, let me know. Let me know. I'm your guy. Ducks. What's your win rate? Today it's 0%. Yeah, 0 for 2. Yep. I would say when things are going hot and I'm on a win streak, probably more like 70 to 80%. My guess is that it averages out somewhere around 50%. Give or take. So, I don't know. That's that. You slut. You filthy fucking slut. Anyway. Yeah, we're down the leader account. The leader account. God dang it. Let me grab it. The leader account down 1,200 for the day. Other accounts only down 500. The copy trader kind of fibbed up on the initial trade. Or I should say I fucked up the copy trader on the initial trade. So, but yeah, 0-2 for me. 0-2 over 0-2 0-2. I still fucking got my eye though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still looking for this previous weekly low and this BPR. As this week kind of carries on, we'll see. But obviously, yeah, I mean, order flow showing us that it's bullish, especially after we got these closures. But it's pretty strong for now. You know, we're getting shallow retracements to rebalance. You know, we're respecting the very first bullish PD array, even a PD array that's in a premium still for going higher. This volume imbalance here, yeah, it's just sending it. So yeah, RIP to the Bears. Shout out to the Bulls. If you guys were a Bull today and caught any of the long, congratulations. I cannot say that I can bask in the enjoyment with you boys today. What's a playa gotta do? You're eating Pop-Tarts? Oh man, I'm not gonna be able to afford Pop-Tarts after today. Fuck. We're fasting, boys. The 5-day fast starts now. Bummer. Bummer. Anyway, boys, like the stream. I will be live. I don't know, maybe I'll be live later today trading Apex accounts for PM session, potentially, possibly, perhaps. So keep an eye out for that. If you're in the Discord, I'll let you guys know in there. Otherwise, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Turn that notification bell on. You get notified when and if that happens. Otherwise, yeah, I'm taking 2 L's on the morning on these Tradeify accounts. Sucks to be me today. That's all I can say. Otherwise, boys, like the stream. Make me feel better about myself. FOMC tomorrow. I'll be streaming tomorrow, Sone, yes. We do have FOMC meeting minutes tomorrow afternoon. And we also have NVIDIA earnings tomorrow after hours. So tomorrow could be... It could be iffy. It could be iffy, but we'll just see what tomorrow looks like when we get there. Okay. I probably won't trade in the PM session tomorrow, though, just because, like, as we get closer to the end of the day and closer to the NVIDIA earnings report coming out, I just think manipulation will get worse or will slow down a lot more, and there'll just be no volume as we get closer to it. So for me, I'm kind of leaning towards trading in the morning tomorrow and then being more sidelined in the PM session. Javi, I just look on TradingView. So if you go bottom right here, you see this little calendar icon. Click on the earnings tab, and then per day, what I just do is I sort it out from market cap, so top to bottom. Usually NVIDIA earnings come out on a Wednesday. Sometimes you'll have like Google, Apple, Amazon, like kind of the big blue chips. You know, they'll come out Tuesday or Thursday as well. But Tuesday, obviously, is today, and then Thursday, like today, we don't have. Today we don't have anything to worry about, and then Thursday we don't either. Just NVIDIA on Wednesday. So yeah. So I'll keep you guys updated on anything else going on the rest of the day. Potentially see you guys for a PM stream. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Appreciate you guys for being here. As always, like the stream before you hit the Dusty Trail, boys and girls. And hey, peace and love. We'll see you guys in a little bit.
Our trade sits at his desk, coffee in hand. The NASDAQ charts on his screen. He's in command. He's a day trader, chasing dollars and dreams. Using ICT concepts, he's got some tricks up his sleeves. From Fibonacci retracements to volume spread analysis, Tyler knows the smart money. He's gaining an advantage. He watches the market like a hawk in the sky. With every tick and every turn, he's catching the high. Running with the smart money, kicking up dust. Tyler trades a day trader you can trust. He's He's dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire. Dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire.